Syrias Suwayda, a new hub for the multibillion-dollar Captagon trade. Airstrikes and border clashes reveal how the Druze-majority province has become a manufacturing and trafficking stronghold following the fall of the Assad regime. Jordanian fighter jets struck what they described as factories and laboratories for narcotics in southern Syria on Sunday, highlighting the emergence of Suwayda province as a key hub for the production of Captagon, a highly addictive amphetamine. While the multibillion-dollar Captagon industry was once synonymous with forces linked to the government of former President Bashar al-Assad, recent investigations and military operations, dubbed Operation Jordanian Deterrence, show the trade has found a new haven in the restive southern province. The developments point to an emerging axis between the new Syrian government and Jordan to dismantle the burgeoning drug infrastructure in Suwayda, a southern province that borders Jordan, to halt the spread of Captagon. Here is a breakdown of why the Druze-majority province has become a regional hub for the production and distribution of the drug. The shift to a Captagon hub. The recent air attacks specifically targeted sites associated with the National Guard, a militia loyal to Sheikh Hikmet al-Hijri, an influential figure within Syria's Druze minority, an offshoot of Shia Islam. While the drug trade was historically linked to Iranian-aligned armed groups in neighboring Darar, recent reports indicate a major shift towards Suwayda, which has remained largely outside government control since the fall of al-Assad in December 2024. Clashes between the Syrian military and Druze militias, backed by Israel in 2025, had further entrenched Suwayda's isolation from the Syrian state, with the National Guard, the group in the province most strongly opposed to new President Ahmed al-Sharar, becoming the dominant force there. Advertisement. According to a report by investigative outlet Forbidden Stories, this situation has allowed Suwayda to become a hotspot for the Captagon trade, with elements linked to the National Guard not only accused of establishing drug manufacturing labs and warehouses within the province, but also operating smuggling rings beyond Syria's borders. Why Jordan is acting now. For Jordan, the emergence of Suwayda as a Captagon manufacturing hub has become a national emergency, with the drug becoming increasingly prevalent in the kingdom. Colonel Abdullah al-Sarhan, a retired Jordanian pilot, noted that Sunday's preemptive strikes were a necessary action, given that the trafficking methods of drug smugglers had evolved significantly. The best defense is a good offense, al-Sarhan told Al Jazeera Arabic. He argued that airstrikes were required by Jordan to curb the drug trade, as Captagon labs in Suwayda are often shielded by difficult terrain, with criminal groups in Syria using advanced techniques such as drones to deliver the contraband over the border. A Jordanian government source told Al Jazeera that the kingdom will no longer tolerate the presence of drug production facilities on its doorstep, but stressed that Sunday's operation was conducted in full coordination with the new Syrian authorities to preserve the national security of both nations. The new Damascus-Amman axis. The airstrikes align with the objectives of Syria's new leadership under al-Sharar, whose government is determined to dismantle the National Guard's autonomy, which it views as a threat to state sovereignty. Alleged drug and weapon smuggling from southern Syria to Jordan is also considered to be a threat to the kingdom's stability. Major General Mamoun Abu Noor, a retired Jordanian military analyst, told Al Jazeera that the kingdom's actions send a clear message to elements operating in southern Syria. Jordanian national security is inextricably linked to Syrian national security, Abu Noor said. He added that the strikes serve as a deterrent not only to drug cartels, but also to external actors who might seek to take advantage of the power struggle between the central government in Damascus and the Druze factions. It is a message to those within Suwayda cooperating with Israel and to Israel itself: do not attempt any future projects on our borders. Jordan will not hesitate to strike these nests, Abu Noor said. The Israel and U.S. factor. The conflict over Suwayda's drug trade has the potential to draw in broader regional powers. Israeli officials have previously sought to position themselves as protectors of Syria's Druze community and carried out attacks on government forces during clashes in Suwayda between the military and armed groups linked to al-Hijri. Advertisement. In early March 2025, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu threatened to advance the Israeli military to the outskirts of Damascus, using the spurious claim of protecting Syria's religious minorities. However, the United States has signaled its opposition